If you're watching this video in the first couple hours of release, I am probably streaming. Go check the comment below for the link. Hi everyone, so what I've got for you today is, I'm calling it a falling text stream toy. So we've got text here. This is just placeholder text. And as you can see, it's falling kind of slowly, and there's this ramp, and it's going down the ramp, and it'll eventually fall off screen. And down here you can see it's saying cleanup. That means that when something is too far off screen, it's getting deleted, so there's space for new stuff. And it's missing a couple convenience features right now, so I would like to have on this interface somewhere some way to control all of the settings. So that'll be coming. The other thing is that the color of the text is the same random color for all instances. I don't know how to fix that. We'll figure it out. So every time, and what I'm doing right here is I'm spawning more of these, and every time I spawn more, as you can see, the color is changing. So yeah, you probably want to have each chatter have their own color or something to that effect. And because I haven't quite figured out how to do all of this, um, this box right here for the collision shape, I had to align that by hand. What I'm trying to do here, okay, so this is just a position thing. It gives a random range, and it puts the text in that position. And that's something you can turn off, and then they all just spawn in the same place. So you might have some sort of system where you spawn them all in the same place, and then you have a sort of a queue, and you wait between them, so there's enough time for one to fall before the next one shows up, so they don't collide with each other. Like their meshes aren't inside each other. They're just like this one, and then this one, and then this one. Um, I'm also going to show this off. I don't know if it's going to be useful, but you can randomize the rotation as well as the position, and as you can see, it's a little bit chaotic. Yeah. And half the time when I spawn these, you can't tell where it spawned because it could be anywhere. But I think that you should be able to see the potential here as a stream toy. I think it's fun. You can definitely add effects and stuff. And once I figure out how to do that, I will make this open source, so it'll be on GitHub, and you can do whatever you want with it. The other thing that I want to do is, I've been making 3D platformers, and I think this might be fun. You basically put the spawner above the player's head at a certain distance, and then whenever someone types something in chat, it falls, that message falls on their head, and they have to dodge it. Currently, I don't have integration set up because what I need to do is figure out, so right now, this get AABB, so the access line bounding box is this orange rectangle right here. Basically, I need to get that and send it to here so the collision shape is able to become the right size and shape for the text that it's sort of wrapping around, so they can collide with each other well. I haven't quite figured out how to do that. I think you need to send it via signal, and Godot signals are still a little confusing for me. So yeah, script here. You can randomize this just randomizes the position, the rotation, and if it's ever too far below the thing, it'll get rid of it. What this script does is randomizes the color, and this script is just a placeholder right now. I'll figure out how to make that work. And then in our main, we've got the directional light, so that just makes the scene look pretty. We've got this thing right here, which is just the sort of the ramp, and you'll be able to adjust the height of the ramp and other settings depending, and you'll also be able to adjust the gravity, which I think is kind of important for this application. So, if you have a lot of chatters, maybe you want it to have higher gravity so the messages come faster. But or if you have like a small audience, maybe, and you don't want that to be negative. maybe you want to change it back to 0.19, and so you can see that the messages like fall much slower. And if I just press one message, you have plenty of time to read that before it falls into the pile. Right, so that's, it could be slower, but it's a pretty leisurely pace. And then you can adjust also here. This friction is important. The lower the friction, the more things slide off. So I have it set pretty low here because I do want things to slide off at a decent pace. You can change that as well. Yeah, so there's a bunch of settings you can adjust. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then this script. So this script is so first up, it's saying for 1 in 20. So for I in 20, that's not the number 1. That's the letter I. For I in 20, it's making 20 instances. So it's taking basically the same formula and creating it 20 times. And that's just for the opening sort of text. And then it's sort of adding that to the scene. And then what this is doing is it's making sure that if I press UI accept is the spacebar, if I press the spacebar, it's going to print text. It's going to make that child scene, and then this thing over here has a ready function that it prints, well, this one has a ready function that it prints its axis line bounding box, which is just its size and shape. So that's what's going on down here. Yeah, so this is definitely early in development, but I think it's fun. I think it'll be exciting to play with, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Alright, that'll be the video for today. Oh, and if you're wondering, I made the thumbnail in the engine as well, so these are just meshes without collision. And I'm going to turn them off for most stuff, but if I ever need a thumbnail, all I have to do is turn these all on, change this to part 2, and I'm all golden.